Janae Smith is a senior communications major with a minor in environmental studies. This year, Janae is on board to raise awareness of human trafficking and is also a part of the Cabrini Mission Corps with Catholic Relief Services. Fatine is a senior HR major at Cabrini and took a global leadership course with Dr. Womack. After taking the course, Fatine became more interested in relating his major to his new interest in human trafficking and wants to try and make a difference in the world.
Before I took this class, I didn't know much about human trafficking. I wasn't really aware of it, nor did I care much about it. And there wasn't much information that I knew from school, at least. They didn't really give us much knowledge about the topic. So I didn't really get a chance to know until I took this class.
Also, I know for me, I've become really more aware or thinking back on different experiences I've had to see how human trafficking can be right under your nose and you don't even know it. I know I worked at King of Prussia Mall at one of the department stores, and it was two guys that came in and they were looking at bathing suits. I was working in the swimwear department at the time, and the two guys were looking at bathing suits, and it looked kind of odd at first because it wasn't just two guys coming in like, yeah, my girlfriend or whoever will look cute in this or something like that, but they really looked really serious, they had these serious looks on their face, and they were picking up multiple bathing suits, and it was like why do you need multiple of the same bathing suit, and they were looking at the tags and the sizes, and I asked them, did they need any help? And they were like, no, and they just were really standoffish, and they were like just talking really quietly between themselves, and it seemed kind of odd, and at the time I didn't know what I could do or what to think about something like that, but it was just something that happened. It was like, I never know. And then, not to mention, King of Prussia Mall is one of the main spots where human trafficking, they do the trade-offs, and how that's where it happens. And of course, one of the department stores are one of the biggest places, so it could have very well been it.
During the class, I thought it was really interesting. We had a lot of guests come in. We had people from FBI. We actually had a wife of an FBI agent in our class, so she got her husband to come in, which is really cool. They told us great stories. We had a lot of members from groups who came in and told us a lot of information. We saw tons of videos. I didn't know how broad of a topic it was and how much of a difference it's making in the world in a negative way of seeing young teens being trafficked around the world.
The chances of that those being traffickers were crazy. And it's like, what would I have done this time now? And this wasn't even that long ago. What would I have done now in that situation, and what could I do? And I know being a part of the task force that is trying to educate Cabrita's community about human trafficking, I've learned about the number we can call, and we can let them know about different things we see. It was one instance, I can't remember where, but somebody was it was like a nailery or a shop somewhere that was shut down because somebody called in about something, and a week later they were shut down. And they could have been shut down for something else, another reason, but you never know. And to find out those people there that were working, and they were being trafficked after somebody took the time to sit down and talk to them and really realize, what's going on, how'd you get here, is your family here, and things like that. And it can happen to anybody. It's just not people from different countries. It's people here too, people can get trafficked from, California to Texas. You never know, and you have to really be careful. And the thought of this is scary, because then I think of my friends, family, my little sisters, my little cousins, and just any young child, especially where you don't have, especially in today's society, I think, or personally I think, when you have a lot of your parents out working a lot, and not to say no, but you don't have supervision. But nowadays I see a lot of kids that are out on their own trying to, have fun, do whatever they have to do, and then you have to worry about being trafficked. And I never really heard of human trafficking until I got after high school. I think maybe I heard about it. I heard of like sweatshops and things like that, and that's another way. Human trafficking is another way you can have a sweatshop. So I heard of that, but human trafficking wasn't something I really thought about or knew about. So it's definitely opening me up to, like, it's like an avenue to all the other problems that are going on, you know. Like, it's a lot of different social justice issues that human trafficking plays a huge part in. And, like, you have poor countries and they're looking for ways to feed their family. So they're going to try to find out work they can do and end up being trafficked.
After taking the class, I realized that this is a very important topic, and I do want to make a difference in the world. Knowing the fact that I do live in an area in King of Prussia, which is very known for human trafficking, I figured that I want to make some sort of difference in our community